Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Hi, Sus. Hi, Vader. Vader, did you buy anything this weekend from Dr. Dennis Gross? Hello, turquoise purple sky. DJ King. Hi, is it Keisha? Hello, welcome. Happy Sunday. Glad to have you in the chat, ladies. If you will just go ahead and hit the thumbs up because I'm going to kick off today with a good old fashioned sip and cuss. All right. So many of you know that I have shared that. Hi, Lucinda. Hi, is it Learner? Leonard, I'm probably butchering it. I apologize. Hello, Delise. Hello, phenomenal personality. So, I was just telling everyone, hi, Ingrid, that I'm going to start today with a good old fashioned sip and cuss. So just go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Trust me. Um, I have a confession though. After yesterday's pamper party, I have been in hyper skincare mode. And by that I mean I did not get into bed until 4:30 this morning because I was up researching ingredients and products and reading articles and dermatologist white papers because I was just in that mode yesterday. Hello, Mrs. Q. So, um, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to start with a sip and cuss because ILD really pissed me off this week. No other way to describe it. So, one morning this week, I believe it was Tuesday before the sale ended, I got up and went on to ILD. Well, I started with Dooney and then I went over to ILD. I discovered the Cabriolet uh, Russell, which y'all know. I am going to dig out my bag. I thought I saw it, but I think that's a different red bag. I absolutely wore that bag out. So the fact that they are making one in Cabriolet, very similar to the one that I broke down, was music to my handbag soul. Now, I did post that on the community page. So if you are not checking the community page, you are missing out. I'm posting a little bit more regularly on my community page as well as on Instagram. But if I find something new and interesting, I'm posting it there. That bag was 201 on both sides. The difference is on Dooney you have the option of the 4 Dooney pay. If you missed out on the original Russell, if Florentine is too heavy for you, if you're looking for something lighter, something that maybe you don't have to baby as much, then Cabriolet is a really, really good option. But that prompted me to go over to ILD, and they had the same bag, same color option, same price there, which is pretty rare for Dooney, especially considering that the sale I think had gone off on Tuesday, or maybe this was Wednesday morning. But here's my issue. Remember last week when I asked, and we all captured in the chat the things that we search for frequently on the sites like Carrington or Florentine or Alto or Shopper or Leisure or Doodle or Saffiano or Americana or Cosmetic or Key Fob or those kinds of things. So I was going through my usual routine and found that Kenzie was back on the site in 2 colors that I've been wanting. Found that there was a Leisure on there that I decided I was going to take a chance on in the color that I was unsure of, but it was back, so I was going to do it. Carrington was back in a couple that I was really interested in. There was an Alto bag that I had been long searching for, and I was putting stuff in my cart. Teresa Johnson, I know I'm still observing Lent, but I needed at least the activity of putting it in my cart. And I know that this had to be none other than the Lord Himself that said, "Didn't you say you were buying that stuff for Lent?" Because when I got ready to check out, oh, and Blacksmith was back in stock. When I got ready to check out, I got that little notification at the top of the screen that said, "One or more items in your cart is no longer available. Please remove these items from your cart and proceed with checkout." So I removed them from my cart, and by the time I was finished, do y'all know what was left in my cart? Not a damn thing. Everything that had said or shown that it was in stock when I put it in my cart was gone. Let me tell you, I don't know. I've never been close to like a river or a flow of lava. But I am pretty certain that the rage that filled up in me over wasting my time of putting stuff in my cart that was not available, y'all, it just pushed me over the edge. I don't know why they're playing around with the inventory. I don't know whether it's one thing. Look, if it's one item, don't put it on the site when you got 90 of us on any given day looking for it just out of this community. Just send that to the outlet or hold it and put it out during the tent sale this year. But don't toy with my emotions. Have me get all excited, building a cart, about to break a promise I made to JC. Yes, I'm talking about Jesus Christ, to break my Lent commitment, and then everything disappear from my cart. So, with that being said, I am going to start tonight with some items that I got from Dooney, but these were items that I got, well, at least an item. This was actually back in January. So we are now in April. So you're talking about 90 days ago I picked this item up. Y'all, when I finally saw this one and it was at a price that stopped me in my tracks, I just said, you know what? It's meant to be. And at some point, I'm going to get a purse in this color. And I will have a matching accessory, but until then, I'm going to continue to pretend that I have this amazing clutch life. And y'all know we've had that clutch life conversation many a times on this channel. Now I can't get into it. This color, I just need for them to bring this color to my large leisure shopper. And maybe then I will let go of these feelings that I'm feeling for Dooney right now and then play in hashtag Dooney games. But it is the large Carrington pouch in the color Mink. This is in patent leather, and it is gorgeous. Let me tell you, I know that we've had the conversation on this channel about patent leather, and most of us, if not all, were traumatized in some way or another during our childhood about patent leather. Patent leather little purses and shoes right about this time as we're coming up for Easter Sunday. But if you have not seen this color in perfect, y'all know how I feel about browns, and it is not a brown. It is not a brown. It kind of has these mauve, chocolate, dare I even say pink undertones. It is an it's truffle, almost a dark latte. Somebody posted a comment today on one of my older videos about the taupe Mackenzie, and she described the color as latte. This is like a dark latte. And it's got the over exaggerated tassel. And I'm thinking that while I'm thinking of creative things to do with my quarantine time, I'm thinking that I'm just going to go ahead and measure out how long I want my tassels to be. And while I have some time on my hand, to just go ahead and cut these tassels. Because there is no reason, nor is there a use or a function for a tassel to be this long. It's clunky when you use these inside of other bags. It gets in the way. Even using it as a clutch, there's I don't know that it adds to it, but I do believe that it will add to my enjoyment when I cut it off. Now let me show you it's got the powder pink lining. It's trimmed in Saffiano leather in the inside, and it has a single large zipper pocket on the back. But I love this. I have not pulled the trigger yet on the the white patent leather leisure shopper, and here's the reason. That bag is not slated to ship or be available until March 25th. Yet there was a sale and it was available, and the sale code did not apply to that. Okay. Understand that it's a brand new, it's pre-order, so I think I'm okay for this time. For this example, I'm okay with it not being included in the sale. But considering this first launched in March, before the 4 Dooney Pays were available, March, April, May. So if I made my initial payment in March when I placed the order, April this month I would have made my second Dooney Pay installment. The third installment, had I ordered it when I mentioned it to you guys, which was about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, it would have still been in advance of the May 25th ship date, which means that Dooney would have still had 100% of its money by the time it shipped. Why? I don't understand what they are trying to accomplish with this pre-order concept. Now, it was our tribe sister Says What and tribe sister Teresa Johnson both ordered the cosmetic case in the Americana. And y'all, we haven't seen those on the site, at the outlet, on ILD, even on Dooney since then. So if the idea of the pre-order is exclusive, right? That we are only going to produce the number that are requested or paid for, then let's call it something else. Let's call it a special order. But a pre-order. All right, I'm thinking about MAC Cosmetics during the holidays. When I go into a store or counter and pre-order MAC for the holidays, I don't have to pay any money up front. I order it, it's accounted for, it's packaged, and when I go in to pick it up, I pay for it. But everything that I pre-ordered, said that I wanted, I pay for it then when I pick it up. When I go into Home Depot and special order lighting, I pay for it at that time, right? Because it's something that they don't normally keep in inventory, or they've got to buy it from a supplier and get it in. So you have to prepay for it, that commitment before. So maybe what's hanging me up with Dooney, because y'all know I have beat this horse over and over and over again, is this idea of a pre-order when Dooney Pay is available and when sale prices are available, and you're still talking about anywhere from 4 weeks to damn 12 weeks before an item is available. I just think that there has to be a different way to do it, or Dooney needs to come up with a different explanation for why pre-orders are handled the way that they are. But anyway, this one popped back up. It was on sale for $41.40 after tax. It was like 36 before tax, and by the time I finished with everything, it was 41.40. While we're on Dooney, because we're going to move from this train wreck quickly, I want you to, if you haven't paid it any attention, I want you to note that on ILD, free shipping is now, unless you spend $99. So where you may have picked something up on what seems to be a long now forgotten $59 wallet Wednesday, you could have ordered that $59 wallet and gotten free shipping. Now on ILD, it's free shipping at a minimum of $99. So if you're not paid that any attention, want to make sure that you know that. But here's where I think Dooney did the offset, and they basically just kind of flip-flopped. Right before the Dooney outlets closed due to this whole situation that we're living in today, the outlets have switched to free shipping on all of their orders with no minimum. But the thing is, they've restricted us as YouTubers, as influencers, on our ability to film in store. There hasn't been very much at the outlets that is truly appetizing or tempting many of us to make Dooney purchases. So the fact that it's free shipping when they have impeded our ability to shop remotely by giving us an opportunity to share the inventory that they have in store, it just makes me question yet again what the marketing team, what the leadership team there is really thinking about and what they're trying to accomplish, because it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's where we are with that. All right. Y'all are going to get sick of seeing these, but I'm done. I purchased the last one, I do believe. This is the one that I have been looking for. It got stuck in with this Dooney thing, so I couldn't find it. But it is what I'm going to call my final Dreamer wristlet purchase. I did pick this up from Macy's. And the amazing thing about it is I actually went into Macy's on that particular Friday to buy earrings. And I have been looking for the earrings that I purchased, and I knew that they were with the wristlet, but I didn't know where the wristlet was. It got lost in the shuffle. So I'm just going to quickly refamiliarize myself with the earrings that I purchased. Did I wear those already? Where the hell? Are they in the bag? I think I'm missing a pair. They were, wait a minute, what was this? Maybe I did find ombre. Are those the ones I'm wearing? They may be these. I think they're these. But how did they get out of the bag? I must have gotten them out when I first bought them in the house. That makes sense. All right. Got those. I thought they would be cute for me anytime. Dangled and stuff is good for me anytime. Not necessarily evening, not necessarily dress up for church, but this is the kind of everyday earring I would wear to work. And the other ones are these right here. And these are rose gold, and they actually match two of my Michael Kors watches. So those plus these, and these I have on because they're kind of a mint green and a yellow, and may match with my brown sugar shirt. So I've got those, and then this one. Because it's red, it's got this red. Y'all know I kind of have mixed feelings about the Coach signature, but the fact that it was, the body of it all over was red as opposed to the multicolored ones that you've seen on my channel, I just decided I would pull the trigger on this one. You've seen it over and over again now. I think this is my 4th or 5th one. So this is definitely enough for me, especially considering I now have a Kenzie as well. So this is the Coach Dreamer wristlet, and I got this one from Macy's, and it was on sale for $68.93 in the color tan red apple. That's the color code for it. Tan red apple. All right, so I can get all those things put away, and that can all go in the trash. And then I have not been shopping lately, y'all, but it takes, there are only 4 Sundays in a month, maybe 5 depending on how the month falls, and then you do the same thing for tribe times. And I've just had some things that have been sitting, and then I had some stuff that came up with my family, so y'all know I stepped away for a little bit. So this is just kind of an accumulation of things over several weeks. All right, Kate Spade. So first thing, maybe I shared this stuff with y'all. If I have, somebody let me know, because y'all will not hurt my feelings if I've already talked about it, because that would just prove how chaotic my purchases are in here. But this is the first item. Why do I feel like I've shown this to y'all? Have y'all seen these? Let me look at the chat real quick. Have y'all seen this? I feel like I've shared this stuff before, but it was still in here. Have y'all seen this? I'm looking at my phone at the chat. DJ King, have I? Okay, all right, thank you. All right, so got this wallet on sale at Kate Spade. One, y'all know, as soon as I saw 9,000 different shades of red, I was like, that has me all over it. It's a big wallet. Love the mixture, right? If you go back and look, I'm about to tear some stuff up. If you go back or think about the textures and textiles or whatever that I've picked up in this accessory, then this makes all the sense in the world. But this was purchased first. It's a big wallet. Y'all know I am a Willis, an Alice, a Carrington, a Jet Set from Michael Kors. Y'all know I love bigger wallets, big accessories, because I don't want to be looking for a teeny accessory or wallet in my big old bag. So I love this, and I think what kind of did me over, y'all know I'm a sucker for reds, and it's just kind of gradient. So ox blood, this is more like the little Bordeaux, and then my true red. Got a pocket on the back, big pocket. So a place for me to like stick receipts. My phone will not go in here because of the case, and I got a pop socket on the back. But it's a big pocket. And then the interior. Card slot. So it's got a slip. And then 8 card slots here. So 8 card slots. Don't you just love that little scallop detail? Slip pocket. Love the fact that it's not black lining. It is kind of a plum, a deep plum kind of Bordeaux. And then it has another slip, zip, slip. I love it. I fell in love with it when I saw it. I was like, if I don't get anything else out of this store today, I am leaving with that wallet. And it was on a weekend when they were doing like 70% off and then an extra 15 or 20. So it ended up being a really, really good deal. And I think with me having the zipper pocket or the slip here where I can put some maybe overflow cards, or I can add my Bordeaux card case to it, I can manage with the 8 total card slots, especially because I can double up in these slots and actually get 16 cards here instead of just the 8. So that is the first thing. On here, no, they are 2 different colors. But just maybe that'll help you see the difference. So this is truly like an ox blood, and I think now you can kind of compare. You can see the true color of the mink as a comparison. It doesn't look as warm with this beside it. All right, so that's the first 3. All right, so this next one, it called my name because I was in the market for another catch-all to go in my purse. And I was purchasing, like the oyster, bone, ecru, colored bags where I was on a kick for a minute. And then during the cooler weather months, I have a tendency to gravitate towards the Bordeaux's, the Oxbloods, the Crimson. So this was absolutely perfect. So it was funny to me when DJ King found her accessory pieces that she shared on her channel from Marshall's, because that's what reminded me that I had Kate Spade tucked away somewhere in this house that I didn't believe that I had shared on my channel. So it is these 2, not to go together, but just so that you can kind of see the color slate here. All right. But I do believe that both of these I can pair with my Bordeaux Dooney Bourke card case, and it would pair perfectly with either of these. All right. And the last item. So I got this jet setter from HB, from Henry Bendel. And it was one of the items from their final holiday collection. Let me pause real quick. Any of you watching Little Fires Everywhere on Hulu? Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. Anybody watching that? If you aren't, you need to get with the program. It is really good. Both of those women are very, very talented. All right, Natasha Tosh. Is Reese Witherspoon carrying an OG vintage Dooney in there? Because it looks like classic Dooney, particularly. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And if you saw the last episode when she went shopping in New York, did they or did they not have her changing clothes at the hotel, and she pulled out two HB bags, one with the dress and the bag that she. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making stuff up because I watch. I'm looking at those kinds of details when I watch TV. It's not just me nitpicking a bag. I try to pay attention to stuff like that. Because when she first showed that Dooney bag, and of course, I've never seen the logo or anything on it, but it's one of those. If you're curious about what it is, it's the bag. It's a bag that you've probably seen a couple of times on Military Mom's channel. When I saw that, and I know they did it to kind of show that she comes from like old money, quality things. I get it. But my eagle eye was like, that's a Dooney. I didn't even have to see anything. I was like, I know Dooney all weather leather from virtual miles away. I just needed to check and make sure somebody else was watching it and had picked up on that as well. And then when Henry Bendel was in, I think this was episode 5. I think this was 5 because the first 3 were launched at the same time. I think we've had 2 weeks since then, so this would be episode 5. When those HB Centennial stripes in that bag hit that hotel room, I was like, wait a minute. All right, but anyway, HB, the jet setter picked it up as a, as a final purchase before they closed their doors. It was a part of their holiday collection, and I truly consider myself to be not only lucky but blessed because I know how coveted that bag and that bag style is for people that love that brand and discovered it far further in advance than I did. But because of that black and white and the pictures that I have continued to follow and see on Facebook, YouTube, definitely on Pinterest, I knew that I really wanted to kind of keep with the black and white theme and the stripes, and therefore when I saw this little cutie, I had several things in my Amazon cart, but I wasn't sure about the quality. I wasn't familiar with the brand. The price was great, but I didn't want to have to constantly be in a search for black and white items in order to match my jet setter. So when I saw this one, I said, you know what? It's going to go perfectly with it. Because for those of you that have kept up I absolutely love it. I love it together. Now, I still feel like I need like a black and white striped pencil case, and I've got one of those saved on Amazon. And I also have a black and white striped wallet, not quite this big, but kind of similar, because everyone that has classic Centennial stripes and black and white from HB, it is paired with HB stripes. Well, I'm not going to pay what the resellers are asking for the HB stuff, so I've just figured I would have to explore in other ways. So every time I go on Kate Spade's site, I am looking for more black and white striped pieces because I would love to not have a complete hodgepodge of stripes. I would love for them to all come from the same brand, and it's big enough that it's going to fit however I decide to put it in the bag. Love it. Love it. So that's it. I've not purchased anything major. What I will tell you is that Target has a small section of the $5 pouches back from last summer. So if you are able to still get out and about, or you are going maybe to Target to pick up food or supplies, you may want to just kind of peek through if you were interested in the pouches from last summer and see what the new variety is. Um, yeah. As far as this whole thing, we got the majority of the states all on the same page telling people shelter in place. Then we got a handful of states that I guess the leaders don't have the leadership courage or the fortitude, or let's just call it the balls, to say shelter in place and stay the hell at home. Having those states not do what the rest of the country is doing is like having a peeing section in a pool. It's not gonna accomplish anything. It's still gonna spread. It's gonna move around. So why we don't have everybody doing the same thing in all 50 states, I do not understand. But how many of you have successfully been able to maintain a pool and have a pee section? Right? It doesn't work. It just doesn't make any sense. And especially when you look that the states that aren't sheltering in place are surrounded by states that are. So all that's going to happen is people are going to travel either into, through, or those people are going to travel out, and we are going to have another wave of this thing, which we haven't even gotten through this wave, and we got people like this weekend at the wharf in DC getting seafood, and they've had to lock down like the parks and stuff here. They have like police guarding the entrances and stuff to the parks and stuff here. They got them roped off. it People just need to shelter in place. I get essential. If you're essential, I understand that you have to go out. But we we don't need any peeing sections in the pool. Everybody just needs to get out, stay where they are, and let's get this thing behind us. Because I did not realize that China had been on lockdown for 2 months. For 2 months. But anyway, I'm not getting into that. Um, I, for those of you that participated in yesterday's pamper party, whether real time or virtually watching from YouTube, I hope that it was fun and that you learned something and that you were taking advantage of the Dr. Dennis Gross 25% off sale and coupon codes. I believe Mocha Cream, who I am sending to the Enabler Corner for DDG purchases, Dr. Dennis Gross purchases. Mocha's going to the Enabler Corner. I believe she shared that the sale codes that they gave us for yesterday and today's workshops, those sale codes are good until April the 7th. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mocha. I think April 7th is the date. I'm also going to send to the Enabler Corner just for kicks and giggles and having me look at products and all kinds of stuff. We're going to go ahead and send Miss Rosalind Ellis. You can, join Mocha in the Enabler Corner. Mrs. Q, you can go ahead and take a bow and exit stage left or stage right to the Enabler Corner with the other ladies. And then I think the name is VPW underscore Leo 21. I think I got that right. I think I committed to memory. You can, exit left or right to the Enabler corner as well. DJ King can exit to the corner just because she's been enticing me with Coach purchases. And the great thing about Coach, if we're going to do a sip and cuss about them, is that not everyone can shop the outlet right now. You still have to have a username and password, so it's not open. And that to me is the dumbest concept. But we're not going to go there. If you've been with me for a while, you already know I've sipped and cussed about that one as well. Brina 1971, no worries, I didn't forget you. You can join the other ladies in the corner as well, because you have definitely earned, you earned an enabler kingdom this weekend. But I do appreciate you for sharing the information over the master classes with Dr. Dennis Gross. It was informative. I was again up till 4:30 this morning reading and looking at white papers and research and products and stuff like that and ingredients. So I love that kind of stuff. So to Brina 1971, thank you so very much. You can join the rest of the ladies and keep them company in the enabler corner. Have I forgotten anyone else? One else? I think that covers the Enabler Academy Awards for this weekend. I think that covers it. I think that. Yeah, DJ King, Enabler Corner. She says we're gonna need a house. Yes, we're gonna need a little castle for the Enablement Academies, and before long, we're gonna need a stage and an auditorium to be able to present the awards. But that is what this community was kind of founded on, is us supporting and sharing and buying because of this love that we started with for Dooney and Bourke, and it has just morphed and evolved into a support group, an enablement group, a community of women that are supportive of each other. So I am really loving the time that we have had together, and I'm gonna get ready to put my items away. I will share with you all that I am still in my nylon Dooney and Bourke messenger. The reason that I am carrying that bag, particularly right now, one is I hadn't carried it, and I've had it in my collection for quite a while. Two, it's in red, and if you've been here, y'all know red just kind of speaks for itself. But when I started thinking about the new discoveries that they're making every single day about this pandemic, I wanted a bag that if I felt like I needed to clean it or sanitize it, that I could actually put it in the washing machine and take my chances. So therefore, I switched to a nylon bag just for safety reasons. I decided that I would switch to nylon. So I'm curious. I know we're all, for the most part, are just kind of hanging out at home. But in the chat, I'm curious, what bags are you carrying? Whether it is out every day, whether it is for appointments. I'm just curious if you'll share in the chat what bags you are in currently. It may give the rest of us some ideas or encourage, inspire people to play with their bags. All right, so J.L. Baggins is in Saffiano. Carmen is in her Coach Cassidy. Is that backpack or fanny pack? Mrs. Q is in her Coach Metropolitan Tote. Ooh, I like. DJ King is still in her large MCM Liz from January, so she is 90 days knocked out. Lucinda's also in Saffiano. Diane Brody is in, nylon Smith, what color? Vader is in the Doodle wristlet. Suz is carrying a Pebble crossbody from Dooney. Kim is in the Olivia fanny pack from Michael Kors. Roslyn is carrying the Florentine Ashton. Which color, Roslyn? Mrs. Q is in nylon Smith. Brina is in the coated cotton chevron leisure shopper, black and white. Ooh. Shirley is in her coated cotton shopper. Y'all carrying some really nice bags. Yes. Some really nice ones. I'm happy. Oh, okay. Millicent John is carrying a Vera Bradley wallet, similar to the Dooney and Bourke Millie. And Mo, how did I lose it? Let me get the chat back up. Where did it go? So Mo is carrying Victoria's Secret tote because she had to go to work last week and she can sanitize it every day without messing it up. Oh, okay, I see the color, Rosalind. Thank you. I like it. I like. Emerald Gold is also carrying Vera Bradley right now because it can be watched. And Brina is being tempted to switch into a nylon bag as well for some of the very reasons that I shared and that you have also echoed as being the reason that you switched into the bags that we are carrying. So, everyone, be safe, be healthy. I am going to end this live. Please make sure that you hit the thumbs up before you head out. Please, please, please. There are 50 of you, but only 27 thumbs up. You took the time to hang out. Just hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But I think I'm either going to come back and do my empties because I have been feeling, the whole skincare thing. Pamper Party was amazing. I'm thinking that I may host another one of those. I don't know. I'm thinking I might want to do it once a month. That way I can use different products and, we can kind of see everybody's progress and so forth, but I don't know. It was a small, intimate group yesterday, and it was so much fun. And let me tell you, by the end of it, we did not need lights because we were all glowing and smooth and flawless. And it was absolutely amazing to be able to spend time together and to see some new faces. Um, but I'm either gonna do that or I have still this stack of boxes and I still have stuff that I picked up from from during my birthday time, beauty related, that I have not done. So for those of you that are interested in catching another one, are you interested more in the empties or do you want to see the new stuff? Let me see in the chat which one everyone's interested in, and I'll kind of corral everything together and come back. Let me see. Lucinda, so yesterday, what we did yesterday is everyone used the products that they had. So it didn't matter whether you had like bunches of products and tools and a variety of products, or if you, to your point, just kind of have a basic routine. I think it worked for everyone, but feel free to ask the ladies that participated. I think it was more about the steps, and then kind of sharing some tips. And we shared, what we were using at the different stages. And everyone looked great. I mean, a lot of it, I think, was about tips and techniques of how to apply and how much to apply and in what orders you should apply. I am also, though, a huge. There is nothing wrong with drugstore products, but I will say that the amount of active ingredients. Oh, that's a good idea, Brina. I will hold on to those. I've completely forgotten about that. And we'll need a trip by the time this is all over because I need more hand scrub because I got a feeling I'm going to finish that. But Lucinda, it was about, taking what you have and using it in the right way. But I will also say that checking the active ingredients in your skincare products, particularly the amount and the order of the active ingredients, is really important, and we spent some time on that yesterday. I know that the live was long. I didn't actually plan on doing it on YouTube because it was supposed to be a private event, but there were 2 people that had registered that actually had difficulty getting into the Zoom room. So in order for them to be able to participate virtually is the reason that I broadcast. So if anyone's curious about why it didn't have a smooth entrance, it's because when they couldn't get in, I just but added the YouTube stream so that you could follow along. But if nothing else, and I know it's long, but commit to like maybe watching 10 or 15 minutes of it and take down some notes and learn about some products until you get to the end. I promise you that it will be worthwhile. It will be worthwhile. And if you've got any specific questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. For my tribe sister, phenomenal personality, for tribe sister mocha cream, for Roslyn Ellis, for VPW underscore Leo 21, for Carmen Hawkins. We have top products, and for several of the ladies, I've helped them to put together based on their skin type, skin concerns, either a routine with the products that they already have, or recommendations of things that they should put in, add into their skincare. So I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah, phenomenal personality actually took the time that we spent together and created a basic routine of how to apply. Would you mind posting that on your IG and maybe tag me on it as well, so that people can find it on either one of our pages? If so, I'd appreciate it. If not, go over to Sonja's phenomenal personalities Instagram, and you can kind of see what that flow is. What I really, really enjoyed about the sessions the master classes, that I keep calling them sessions, and I want to call them webinars because of work, but they really were master classes. What I enjoyed about that time this weekend is the education about the products and how things work. And it really was, Rosalind, it was extremely helpful. If you have questions about a routine or a product, or what from a line you should be using to address a concern, or the order of a routine, or the strength of a product, or maybe you're seeing a dermatologist or someone else and needing to know whether something you purchase from retail is something you can incorporate into your routine. All of those things were covered during the course of those 4 master classes. He is going to offer some more, don't know when, but it was absolutely amazing. And then to be able to get a significant discount on top of the products that were mentioned this weekend was amazing. So I'm gonna leave that alone, but I am in love with them all, and I am going to put them to use. If I have another week where I need to be in nylon, then I'm going to just completely switch up my accessories so that when I look inside my bag, I'm happy and inspired and feel like sunshine based on the accessories, because I only have so many pieces of nylon. And right now, I just feel like that is the safest thing for me to carry. So I may have to switch up my accessories a little bit just to give me a little bit of variety. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it. I did see that most, if not all of you, were interested in seeing some of the new things that I purchased. So I think what I'm going to do is just come back and do like maybe Pat McGrath and maybe a little bit of Sephora stuff. And that works out for me because that means I can start playing in those items. So stay tuned. Come back if you're interested. Thank you so very much for watching. Be safe. Stay inside. Take care of yourselves. See you later.